Brother Chris, why is the title of Lasallian Reflection 11, Everything is Connected?
As we know, one of the pathways of transformation is the call to integral ecological conversion. And so as we continue that journey of living out the pathways, this year, building upon what we did previously, last year with our hearts are in the peripheries, it's a continued journey to address what the chapter has called us to. And again, in this case, that call to integral ecological conversion. And really, with two sub-themes, that of what Pope Francis shared with us at the end of the general chapter, the call to the care for the common home. So rebuilding that community of creation, recognizing that we're talking about creation in its wholeness. And then the call to construct universal fraternity, the calls that come with Fratelli Tutti, but again, not separated from the calls that come through the encyclical Laudato Si. And so really the theme, all is connected, is to remind us of that integral conversion that we're all called to, as in a special way, as Lasallians, through our educational mission.
And precisely, Brother Chris, this reflection also calls for conversion and responsibility, also as a way of living out and sharing our mission. How can this be developed in the Lasallian world?
I think that in returning to what I said earlier about the message from Pope Francis about how these critical topics today are educational challenges, because as we believe, our educational mission is transformative. So it's to transform hearts and minds, to recognize that the cry of the poor cannot be separated from the cry of the earth. And really the need to, in our call today to the peripheries, that the peripheries might be recognizing how creation is clamoring, from us a certain conversion, how the situations of so many people in our world, so much suffering, are also calling us to hear, to listen, to be transformed by the cry of the poor. And so really that conversion comes through the power of encounter, the power of really listening to the cry of the poor, the cry of the earth, as we seek to carry out that integral ecological conversion through our educational mission.
Finally, Brother Chris, with this reflection, everything is connected. What is the message for the Institute, for the Lasallian family, that we would like to see take root?
I think as we, in the context of the Jubilee of Hope, which the Church recently celebrated, I think that hope doesn't mean that everything will always work out or turn out, but that we work, that we continue, that we recognize that we are a part of a longer story. And today we as Lasallians are being asked to respond to these challenges, to recognize that indeed we are connected with one another, that spirit of one LaSalle, of co-responsibility and walking together, recognizing that in our associative dimension, our together and by association, we can assist each other on that journey of conversion, and in a special way, through our educational mission, recognize that spirit of one LaSalle calling us to that connection that brings about the transformation of hearts and minds.